Kristi Noem and Corey Lewandowski were seen canoodling and biking in Lake Minnetonka while eating at Wayzata. Lewandowski and his wife Allison are still married, while Kristi Noem is in the middle of a divorce.
Well, for starters, you have to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Dang, Kristi. I'm not saying you gotta get him to get divorced to make an honest woman out of you. At least he could say he getting divorced. He ain't even tell you he getting divorced. He ain't even... They coming cheaper every day, ain't they? I see you, Corey. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video, and salute to everybody supporting the channel over at thepeoplesgetup.com. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm troubled. Who in the world decided to give Kristi Noem a statue? Proud to unveil my statue for Senator Kristi Noem and her faithful steed, Horsey McGee, a tribute to South Dakota's greatest fighter for law and order since Calamity Jane. Now, first of all, which Kristi gonna go on the statue? Huh? Which Kristi is gonna go on the statue? The before or the after? And not to mention, there's all these Kristis in between. Which Kristi? Is it gonna be a Mona Lisa or a Maga Lisa? Huh? Are we doing Mona Lisa or a Maga Lisa? Because, I mean, it would only be natural to do the Mona Lisa, but the Maga Lisa is the only one they gonna respect.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
All right, let's take a look. The Kristi Noem governor statue is my new sleep paralysis demon. Man, them eyes will have you self-reporting the ice. Just because you don't want to be, just because, who did them eyes? No, what doctor did them eyes? Ask her. I will always support trans people, and no amount of right-wing fear-mongering will make me back down from that. Hey, Kristi, you still got some support. You still got some support. Everybody ain't leave you. Yeah. That gender affirming care has really endeared you to the community. All right, let's take a closer look. Former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem attends bronze statue unveiling honoring her governorship of South Dakota. Oh, okay, now I see. Okay, got you. Now I see why the eyes look like that. That makes perfect sense. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Because Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Hey, not just Pepperidge Farm remembers. We remember. And Cricket damn sure remembers. But you know who don't remember? Kim Jong-un. He has no idea who you are. He don't remember none of that.
South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem has faced heat over a story in her upcoming book where she killed her allegedly dangerous dog. But the book also reportedly includes a tall tale about her alleged meeting with an infamous world leader. An outlet reported in Noem's book, No Going Back, The Truth on What's Wrong with Politics and How We Move America Forward, she claims to have met with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un while serving in Congress.
New statue of Kristi Noem unveiled. Damn, they made it so realistic. And wait, is that the dog or the goat? Is that the dog or the goat that she holding in her hand? Or that's her career? Byron Noem reportedly crashed the unveiling of the life-size bronze statue of Kristi Noem and her horse Iceman in Pierre, South Dakota. You bring up an interesting point, though, because typically, they like to commemorate the family. Isn't that what y'all want to do, MAGA? Don't y'all always like to commemorate the family? Family values? Huh? Where's Brian? Oh, there we go. Brian he got a statue of his own. Okay. I like it. That makes perfect sense. Wait, why's he got the thing? Huh? What's the thing around his neck? Not because he's free now. Brian free now. Nah, that wasn't it. And where's the horse? Huh? Where's the horse? Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. Okay, there it is. There's Brian on the horse right there. Okay, but hey, that looked like animal abuse right there. You can't have all that weight on that horse. And that horse equilibrium all messed up. Now, hey, bring Brian down off that horse. A statue of Kristi Noem was unveiled today in Pierre, South Dakota. Incidentally, a statue of Brian Noem was also unveiled in Come on. Come on.
Come on, man.
Come on. Ah, no. They wouldn't put no statue of Brian in South Carolina. You know that belong up there in the Dakotas. That was nice. That was nice. You know, Kristi, it's not often I could say that was classy, but that was classy there. Kristi Noem's bronze statue ceremony devolves into merciless roast. The unveiling of a bronze statue for a fired Trump cabinet secretary is turning into an opportunity for online roasting. I would say not unlike that memorial they did for you after you got packed up.
But wait, there's more.
And then again, when the Brian news hit, that this is fun. Byron Noem in the house while Kristi was outside shooting dogs. Trump's former Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem received a bronze statue in honor of her governorship of South Dakota, according to a post on X by C-SPAN. Noem was ousted from the Trump administration earlier this year as her department dealt with the fallout of violent federal immigration enforcement and a scandal involving her husband, Brian Noem, who wasn't at the unveiling ceremony.
Wrong.
Yes, he was. Yeah, yes, he was. I mean, he was there in spirit. He was bronzed. Most of them. Onlookers reacted to the unveiling of the statue, which depicts Noem with a cowboy hat and a horse, by recalling how Noem shot her dog Cricket, her rumored affair with DHS advisor Corey Lewandowski, and more. Journalist and political commentator William Coffin joked Brian's statue unveiling was less well attended and posted an AI-generated image poking fun at Brian's reported cross-dressing. The X account Prison Mitch similarly posted an AI-generated image of a statue depicting Noem pointing a gun at her dog and wrote, "Now Cricket gets to watch Kristi Noem do it all over for eternity. Cricket will like a word," wrote progressive advocate and lawyer Jordan Rome. Nice of them to include Corey in a statue like that, joked political commentator Andrew Donaldson, referring to the horse. Touche. Touche. Hey, Kristi, they likening Corey to a horse. You can feel free to weigh in on that. Or we not admitting that bedroom suite that was on that plane. I'll be honest. This whole thing is the cringiest thing I've seen since.
We didn't just have any instructor for the workout. The secretary was the instructor for the workout. So you don't want to miss what we've got coming up this Saturday night.
Impressive. I gotta say, she was impressive. She stayed in there, didn't miss a rep. I was impressed.
I appreciate it.
This has been very disturbing so far. Very disturbing. I feel like I need a palate cleanser. Can y'all join me in song?
Without your bravery, we're all all out of luck. No, this can't be denied. You gotta be special.
It feels like your personal info is getting leaked every single time you log onto the internet. I mean, just this year, we've seen massive breaches hit everybody from Under Armour to SoundCloud to a single dark web leak exposing 56 million passwords. And I'll be honest, that SoundCloud leak has me nervous.
Girl, your breath smell like a doo-doo parade. Your breath smell like an elephant booty grenade. Breath smelling like all this truck juice.
Once these mega breaches happen, data brokers snatch up your info and sell it to scammers who hit you with terrifyingly believable phishing texts. Oh yes, I would like to sell a house in Idaho. Good luck with that, Greg. And that's why I appreciate Aura. Aura is an all-in-one digital safety app that constantly scans the dark web for your leaked info. But here's the best part. They don't just send you an alert saying, hey, good luck with that. They actually send automatic opt-out requests to take your personal details off those sketchy data broker sites. You also get real-time credit alerts, a fast VPN, and scam call protection. Look, you can't stop giant corporations from getting hacked, but you can stop hackers from living off your credit score, which if they living off mine, it's poorly. Take back your privacy. Go to aura.com/ReeseWaters right now to try 14 days for free. That's aura.com/ReeseWaters for 14 days free. That's enough time to start scrubbing your data off these sketchy broker sites. And I want to thank Aura for sponsoring this video.
Breath smell like old George Foreman grill grease. Smell like two wooden legs with some real feet.
Well, thank you all for coming today. I will admit that I thought with everybody's busy schedules and everything, there was this little thing in the back of my head wondering if anybody would come.
Yeah, we only looking at your family. We only looking at your family. And Lord knows if literally anybody from the administration would have been there, we would know about it. Trump ain't there. Vance ain't there. Markwayne Mullen ain't there. What we doing? Huh? Is Tom Homan there? Did they bring any of the ICE people? Did they bring any of the did ICE come? Huh? What about any of the people that were involved in your reconstruction? Just on a daily basis, the face reconstruction. Any of them show up, or did they cut that budget? Huh? Anybody with FEMA show up there? Anybody? Man. That's nuts. What about wardrobe when you was doing all that cosplay? Any of them show up? Dang. It looked like they even took the clothes with them too. That's awkward.
So many people that have walked alongside our families over the years, have held our children and have gone to campaign events with us, have rodeoed with us, have just done life together.
You keep saying us. We talking about Brian? Huh? We talking about Brian? Or we talking about Corey? Who's us? Huh? By the way, you know Brian got a whole thing in South Carolina.
And I think that really truly is a testimony of what South Dakota is that we aren't just citizens of the same state, that we're all members of the same family.
Which family? Which family? Like the first family or the side family? In terms of the Dakota, it's the side family? Okay, we're all like members of the same side family. Got it. Okay.
The Trail of Governors, I want to thank you for the work that you do, for the history that you're dedicated to telling our kids and grandchildren about past leaders. I know I've appreciated all that you've done in educating us and our family about South Dakota, our beginnings, those who stepped up and served, and the fact that you worked with us so much on this statue. For me, when they first came to me and said they wanted to do the statue, I said, well, shouldn't I be dead first?
That would have been our choice. That would have been our choice. And then, cut the funding for it the way your president has done to so many things that have been, that's how that was going to go. But, we'll see how long this lasts.
Well, then if we're going to do one, I really want my horse to be in it.
Hello, I'm Mr. Ed.
That makes sense. Actually, now that you mention it, it makes sense they did it when you were still alive, because that's about as productive as you were when you were heading Homeland Security. Just a statue. That's all of the movement and progress that we got while you were heading DHS. So that checks out.
Iceman is a very, very special horse.
He better have been. If he wasn't, you would have shot him.
Somebody shot one of our horses. Shot and killed it. And I'm not happy about it.
The best job I've ever had in my life is being a grandmother. And then behind that was being a mom, and then it was being governor of South Dakota.
Excuse me. You forgot wife. You forgot wife. And also side piece. You forgot both of those.
Damn! Mike Rounds used to say that all the time. Being governor was the best job he ever had. It truly is an amazing job. I loved working for President Trump. I was telling him a couple days ago, I said, you are the first person really that I've worked for in over 30 years. Ever since my dad passed away, I always was able to work for myself or work for the people of South Dakota. And he said, Kristi, it was so easy working for me. Yes, sir. Yes, you're right. It's so easy working for you. But he wishes you all well, and he loves this state too. He came back to South Dakota for the fireworks because of his respect for the people of South Dakota and what you all have done together.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said he came back for the fireworks, but not your statue unveiling? I don't know how we painting that as a positive. And by the way, I'm sure you talked to him recently. I'm sure he would admit to having any level of contact with you at this particular point in time. Are y'all gonna have fireworks at this event? Y'all releasing balloons up in the air? What? Well, where the balloons? Oh, Brian got the balloons. That makes sense.
Different people spoke about you here today, Kristi. Mm-hmm. How do you, though, view your legacy as governor? You know?
It's always really hard to be self-reflective on your own leadership. I would say I'm grateful I had the chance to serve South Dakota. Very humbled by all the people that came out today. And I think South Dakota will continue to be a wonderful place to live because we have such good people that continue to partner to lead.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Man, you used to have a dedicated team getting you ready for all of these photo ops and these press conferences, and now you doing a lo-fi interview, standing way too close to the camera, scaring children with a guy standing right behind you on the phone ordering DoorDash. That's what happened. That's how Pick Me ends, Kristi. That's exactly how Pick Me ends. But let's also have this conversation, because as wild as it is for Kristi Noem to get a statue, does it not open up the question of level of qualification of those with existing monuments in this country? Right? Because those of us that were here during the Kristi Noem times understand her background, elevating her to the national political stage being one that was challenged. We understand the level of pick me that it took for her to cozy up to the Trump administration. The fact that we had somebody head Homeland Security who we knew for a fact we couldn't trust because she couldn't even keep it 100 about her own autobiography. Even when caught, she wouldn't admit it, and then proceeds to oversee FEMA during a time where members there said there was another Katrina on the horizon, because that was the level of mismanagement. And that's not to mention ICE policing American citizens to the point of multiples losing their lives on American soil. If that person can get a statue, well, that just cast a pall on everybody with a statue now, doesn't it? Thanks, MAGA. Well done. Oh, no, we're going to check them all now. This is the statue of Kristi Noem just unveiled in South Dakota. Bystanders agreed that she finally got her spray tan and her hair extensions exactly right. Corey Lewandowski was later seen asking the statue for money. Oh, that's right. We forgot about the very public dalliance with another member of the administration while both of y'all were married. A honeymoon suite in a plane that you had to charter from city to city and state to state while not offering them any help, while married to a guy that was subject to blackmail from the people that knew about his balloon fetish. I swear, the Barfa statue is 6 feet underground. It's that low. Y'all did that. Y'all did that. You sure did. Now, speaking of Corey, where he been? Kristi Noem and Corey Lewandowski sparked fresh buzz after Minnesota outing. Noem and Lewandowski are back in the headlines after a casual outing caught plenty of attention. New footage showed the pair spending time together in Minnesota, reigniting rumors they have denied for years.
There's a car behind you.
I tell you, Kristi, you have a very weird way of quelling suspicion. You have a very, that's a very odd angle on quelling suspicion. But then again, you also had a very odd angle on telling the truth before this. And obviously you had a very strange angle on doing your job, protecting American citizens. Like you do some weird, you know what I mean? You come at it unorthodox. That's probably why the makeup looks like that. Kristi Noem and Corey Lewandowski were seen canoodling and biking in Lake Minnetonka while eating at Wayzata. Lewandowski and his wife Allison are still married, while Kristi Noem is in the middle of a divorce.
Well, for starters, you have to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Dang, Kristi. I'm not saying you gotta get him to get divorced to make an honest woman out of you. At least he could say he getting divorced. He ain't even tell you he getting divorced. He ain't even. They coming cheaper every day, ain't they? I see you, Corey. Corey Lewandowski plots return to Trump orbit with John Thune in his sights and alleged lover Kristi Noem at his side. Corey Lewandowski is down but not out. Trump's rough and tumble former campaign manager took a hit when Trump fired Kristi Noem as Homeland Security Secretary in March, ending Lewandowski's position as a special government employee with its access and perks. But the 52-year-old is working on engineering a return from political exile while maintaining his romantic relationship with Noem, sources tell the Post. Now, first of all, funny they talk about its access and perks, because we heard all about that, didn't we? We heard all about the access and perks that Corey Lewandowski enjoyed while she was the head of DHS. After tabloid photos of Lewandowski showed him going back and forth between his apartment and Noem's across the street last year, the secretary moved into a government-owned waterfront house on a military base in Washington that is provided to the leader of the U.S. Coast Guard. The Coast Guard falls under Noem's purview at DHS during peacetime. Lewandowski also spends time at the house. I see what you're doing, Corey. You looking at all the scandals surrounding MAGA and the GOP, and he was like, there it is. There it is. That's my end, baby. That's my end, baby. All I need is an opening of scandal, and I could just slide right in. They won't even be talking about me. And the Katie Miller stuff done hit too. Hey, it's gonna take them a minute to swallow that Steve Bannon. You know, like Katie did. It's going to take them a minute. So, you know what I mean? I can just slide right in. You ain't slick. You ain't slick. So what's the next? What you? Oh, you following that Ken Paxton?
You cheated on your wife. Why you
See the way that galvanized support? See the way you cheated on your wife, just galvanized support? And by the way, MAGA, I gotta love the self-own of drowning out the you cheated on your wife with USA. Yeah, because that's what we do, right? Because that's what we do. And I think that was the point, Corey. I think that was the point. I can feel you on that one. I can feel you on that one. Just be careful. You know, I've seen it go bad for some people. You might put a little bit too much dip on your chip. Yeah, I'm talking about J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance stood me up. See? Be careful. Be careful. That is a very small needle to thread. By the way, I can't wait till J.D. Vance get his statue. They better put that couch on there. Ohio, you hear me? You done enough damage. That's the least y'all could do.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like, and salute to all the folks that are supporting the channel over at thepeoplesgetup.com. Don't forget to send your merch pics to me at admin@ReeseWaters.com. I want to show some love to all the people whose efforts help make this channel run. That includes our head researcher and producer, Regina, as well as everybody on our research squad, which, by the way, if you would like to volunteer for our research squad, admin@ReeseWaters.com. How about my man David, who's handled the thumbnails, our head editor, Denzel, Sachi, and our brand new editor, Chris. Now, you might not know that you've seen Chris, but you've seen Chris, because he's the guy who helped me pronounce
epidemiological.
That was it. That's it. Yeah. You know, that's what we do here. Help backing each other up. So shout out to my man Chris. And I also want to show some love to Giggles. She's our brand new mod here on the channel. She joins Jessica and Lady Dorian and Lovely Nola and Kristen and Deshauna, doing a fantastic job ushering you guys through your lives and the premieres, and just generally making this a pleasant and fruitful experience for all. So shout out to all of our mods. But in honor of Chris and Giggles, I thought this would be an appropriate time to expound on the significance of laughter in our lives. I'm just playing. How about some best of?
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
According to what they told me, they all took a lie detector test and passed. And it's an equivalent of a lie detector test. It's not a traditional lie detector test.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I'm sorry, come again.
And it's an equivalent of a lie detector test.
The equivalent of a lie detector? The equivalent of a lie detector test? Nancy Grace, you better get him. You better get him.
But it's the same theology.
Hold up.
Theology.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. No debate. To which Boogie Brown said, all the black people triggered over a group name is funny AF. Who triggered? Who triggered? They having fun. They roasted.
What happened? They roasted me.
Hey, it's hot outside. It's a whole heat dome over the eastern seaboard. We've been looking for something to do. This was just perfect timing. Good evening, Clears. We up in this. Clears. They got him with a saxophone. Y'all crazy. My folks came in and gentrified this group quick as F. Oh, Key Anderson said, we are the superior race. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? I can't tell if this is a luxury prison cell or the motel you're staying at for the week. And look at that little Peter. No, the first one. The first one. I was talking about the brick behind him. You ain't have to. Hey, if you say so. You aligned yourself with some of the most terrible people alive and expected them to help you? What? They pulled a Clay Davis on you. Shit. Where all my scamming ass at? I don't know what that's in reference to. I have no idea. It must be something the young people say. Wrong. Where all my scamming ass niggas at?
Yeah, scale mega. I scale mega. Give me that money. The whole hood is eating good, brother. The whole hood is eating right now.
Are we back on camera? Nah, I didn't get none of them proceeds. I didn't get none of them proceeds. None of them came my way.